Hey guys, Adam Middlesworth here, and today we're going to go over how to get buyer leads even if you don't have a current listing. So we're going to get right into it here and set up our first Facebook ad. So we're going to click create here. Obviously, we're in our ads manager. So just to give a brief overview here of what the campaign is, we're essentially giving out a homes list of homes valued at X price, right? So we're going to name this buyer leads no listing, and we're going to call the campaign objective conversions, because we're going to use what's called a landing page. If you've never heard of a landing page or a squeeze page or a lead capture page, it's essentially a one-page website that is meant to do one thing, and that's to capture leads, right? We don't want to send them to a website where they have a ton of different options. We just want them to have one option, right? So we're going to call this ad set Denver because that's where we're going to be working in, and then the ad name is homes list. Okay, keep it simple, and we're going to click save to draft. You can also, so this just changed within Facebook, you can do guided creation, which is like the old ads manager, or you can go through this system, which is kind of like the power editor. For now, we're just going to use this. Guided creation is a little bit easier if you're brand new to Facebook advertising. I simply prefer it this way. So this, we're going to keep everything the same. We do want conversions, auction. You don't really want to mess with that. To get to your ad set, or to get to targeting, placement, budget, and schedule, you're going to click on one ad set here. And this is where we are going to dial in where we're targeting and how much we're going to spend and where the ad is going to be placed. So first, Facebook needs to know, hey, like what are we going to be tracking here, right? So we need to be tracking lead, is what I typically like to do. You can also define a custom conversion, and if you want to do that, they'll walk you through that. That's pretty easy. For now, we're just going to use lead. And once we have that in, we're going to scroll down and choose our area. So what we want here for the budget, I would highly recommend just starting with $10 a day. If you're tight on your budget, you can do $5. What I would recommend doing is doing $10 a day, let it run for 3-4 days, and then if you want to lower it from there, you can lower it. I would schedule your start date for the next day and the next morning. I've just found that Facebook just likes that a little bit better. You can start off your day fresh versus where other people are already starting, right? So I would do that. I would highly recommend choosing this option. So this is a lot of things that people overlook, right? They're just using everybody in this location versus people who live in this location. And that's what we want to target for this. And we're going to target Denver, Colorado. So that should pop up. And it defaults to 25-mile radius around Denver. Now, 2 million people is quite an audience, right? So we want to limit that audience a little bit, because 2 million people isn't necessarily our best audience. So we're gonna dial that back as much as we can here and just go to 10. That's still gonna have a pretty big audience, and what we can do here is go into our age, because people who are 18 probably aren't ready to buy. So we're gonna go in and say 30 years old. Now in your market, you're gonna know what's best here, and you can dial that back to 28, or you can choose 33 years old. It really depends on you and your business and your area, right? Who you want to work with, those types of things. And this is where we'll get into the demographics, interests, and behaviors. And so what we have seen to work best is keeping this relatively wide open at the beginning. The reason is we've split tested or tested 2 different campaigns against one another. we've used a lot of interests and we've used no interests. And what we found is you get a cheaper cost with no interests, and you also don't necessarily get a more quality lead when you do use a bunch of interests like Zillow or Trulia, or are they interested in real estate or real estate brokers, things of that nature. What we've found is the quality of lead doesn't necessarily differ, and we're seeing cheaper costs if we leave this relatively wide open. So we're not really going to get into here. We can go and search out things like Zillow or Realtor.com. You can also see if people are interested in real estate agent and they like pages that are interested in are related to real estate brokers, things of that nature. But we're going to leave that empty. We are definitely going to edit the placements here. So what Facebook likes to do is they like to show your ads all over the place, right? They want it on every single spot that they can. And what we found to work best is using Facebook feeds. So we're going to leave that and check every other box off so that we're only showing our ad in the Facebook newsfeed. Okay, so we're going to check all of these. Facebook and Instagram, they're different platforms. So if you're going to create an Instagram ad, I would create one separately from the Facebook ad so that it's specifically for that platform. Because they use hashtags and you can't have any links in the text and things of that nature. So it's just going to be a little bit different there. We're not going to mess with any of this because this is more advanced stuff. So to get to our ad, we're going to click on one ad here. And this is where we're going to actually go in and choose our page that we're working on. We're going to actually go in and choose where we're sending them to and things of that nature. To choose an image, we're going to go in here and choose our image. Now, I already created this image on Canva, and I would highly recommend using Canva. It's a free software. Actually, I already have that up. So you can create kind of a collage of different homes, and obviously you want to use homes in your area and not homes from all over the place, right? So in Denver, we want to use homes that are in Denver, Colorado area. We're going to use, so what I like to use for our landing pages is a simple software called Arsenal MKG. Now, you don't have to use Arsenal. You can use other landing page software like ClickFunnels is really good. Lead Pages is really good. So you don't have to use this software to make this work, but that's what we use. And so to go in and create that, we've already got this here. Obviously, we want to go in and change our text here. So we're just going to go in and change that because you don't want your city coming up. So we're going to have Denver, homes list. We'll keep it at 300. That's okay. What you'll want to do is you'll change your image. We already have one of these up, so let's use that. And that's our landing page, right? Super simple. What helps with this, looks like that failed there, so I'm going to come in here, click that. I'm going to let this load before I click enter. So with the landing page, you really want to keep it relatively basic. We're going to choose this because that one's not coming up. So you want to keep your landing pages super simple, right? They only have one option, and that's to get the list. So we're going to keep it with that. We're going to publish that page and exit and actually get a link shortener. Okay, so this finally loaded for me. So I'm going to go to this website here, and this is where we're going to grab. So this is obviously our landing page, and what I want to do is I want to go to Bitly and grab a link shortener. So Bitly is just a super easy tool. I obviously have it in my Google Chrome. If you want to, you just go to bit.ly, press enter, and you can paste in this link, so copy it and paste it into Bitly, and it'll create this short link shortener here. So we're going to use that in our actual ad. So we're going to use this in here. And then all we want to say is, hey, attention Denver residents. Obviously, we don't want a capital E. And then you're just going to say, do you know anyone looking to buy or sell a home? Question. Follow here. And we're going to paste in our Bitly link again. And we say, we have compiled a free report, homes for sale. Now, we're putting 300,000, right? That's a number we're comfortable working with. Now, in your area, that might be a little bit different because, you can put a number that you want to work with, right? So if you have homes that are $250,000 is your average home price, and you want to work with people at $350,000, that's perfectly fine. You can put homes list under $300,000, and you can work with those people. If you're in a higher priced market, you're going to want to put something in that range of average home price. Actually, that's across the board. You want to put something that is in that average home price, because if you're way too far over, you're going to have fewer people and your costs are going to be more expensive, which is fine if that's something that is okay with you, because obviously your return on your investment is higher on a higher priced home. So as long as you know that going in, that's just an important point that some people forget. So some of these homes may even qualify for special financing programs. And then we're just going to use this same call to action here. Okay. And then you're obviously going to want to put, so I would say Denver homes under 300K. And I would even do something like this, free report. Something like that that just kind of grabs their attention, and the headline will help. Okay, so once this loads, you'll get a clear picture of how that looks. And this is your ad. So this is what people are going to see, and they'll click on this link, go to our landing page. That's where we will grab their information. And then I would highly suggest a 10-day follow-up sequence: email, text, phone calls, Facebook Messenger, and retargeting or remarketing. We're going to go over some of that in the videos coming up. So if you want to get those videos and be alerted of them, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Also give it a thumbs up, because that helps me, and I look forward to helping you guys in the future. If you have any specific campaigns that you want to run, post them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to run them.